So hey, if at first you don't succeed, try again here. So this is the 4th time I'm trying to get a live stream going here downtown Houston. We'll see how it goes. Thanks to people that were watching the other one there. When I clicked on the comments there, I got kicked out of the stream there. So I started a new one here. We'll give it a try. So hey, welcome to Houston, Texas. We're not in Chicago. Let's look at these palm trees. See, here's the Kroger. There's public restrooms there, so I took advantage of that. And we're on Gray Street, River Oaks area of Houston, Texas. We got December the 26th, 2025, the day after Christmas. And we'll just look at these palm trees here. We have 77 degrees. There's some wind, and it wasn't windy when I was at the the Woodlands area, the northern suburbs of Houston. Now there's wind. Maybe it's because I'm around this tall building. There's some residential housing here. The River Oaks area of Houston, Texas. We'll see if we can get there. We're back. Good. So I can there. XRT fan Chris, Grandma's Corner, Robbie. Thanks for coming back. T-Lime Tea Time. Scott, James. Thanks everybody. Yeah, Dad's doing good. So Dad's with my sister. I'm actually relieved he's spending time with my sister and his nephews instead of. I always feel bad that I drag him to I go on these excursions and walk 10 miles and he's up in years and I don't want to leave him at the hotel. It's much better if he's with my sister at his place. I asked him, I said, he was going to come with me to Galveston, but he knows I'm going to walk all over the place. So he's seen Galveston before. He likes Galveston, but he'd rather spend time with my sister, which is great. So we're gonna head along Gray Street here, the River Oaks area of Houston. And I want to show you, see 1973, that's the address, 1973 Old River Oaks. There's a nice mural on the side of this. I saw this here. See, there's some nice Hudson House, the Maison Chinoise, and there's really nice restaurants here. This is the River Oaks area of Houston. This area was developed around the late 30s, early 40s. It was always intended to be an upscale shopping district. I want to show these murals here. They got these great murals on the side here. River Oaks, established 1937, and some of the classic 1930s art modern styling. This is post art Deco. Houston area boomed after the oil discoveries of the early 20th century. Of course, Dallas and Houston. And, you go over to Midland, Lubbock, those areas were all impacted by that. Old money, yeah, this is old. This is your old Dallas oil money. Even though that was Dallas, this is Houston. Houston actually is the economy is more reliant on oil production, Houston, than even Dallas. Because we saw the stockyards in Fort Worth has a more diversified economy. But Houston is heavily reliant on Exxon, Mobil. We'll see some of the refineries, and there's giant oil tankers off the coast of Galveston. We'll see that. But hey, the River Oaks area here, I want to film these palm trees. Last time we were here in the summertime, I didn't get down over this area. We went to the Herman Park area, which is by Rice University. We filmed Rice University, but hey, Diana, how you doing there? My Aunt Diana there. How you doing there, Della? Merry Christmas. Hope you guys had a good one there. Yeah, Melissa and my dad, and we stopped in Hot Springs, Arkansas. We stopped in the Fort Worth stockyards. You can watch all those reruns there. But hey, my Aunt Diane, my Aunt Della, thanks for tuning in there. I hope Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope you're having a good one. I'm sorry I missed all you guys this year. We came down to Texas here. We got 77 degrees. My dad's with Melissa right now. I'm going to go down to Galveston, and so I'll be live streaming this evening from Galveston. Tomorrow during the day, probably mostly on YouTube, so we got the full recordings. We're in Houston right now, River Oaks. Look at the palm trees. It's nice to it's been hot. It was 80 degrees. We checked out the Christmas decorations there in the suburbs of Houston last night. There's some subdivisions that just go all out there. Your daughter lives in the Rogers Park, San Antonio. That's good. Oh, Rogers Park's in Chicago, and then she's from she's in San Antonio. Yeah, we went to San Antonio 2 years ago, I got a rerun from the Riverwalk. You see, here's the River Oaks movie theater. Sing Big, Song Sung Blue now playing. Oh, Song Sung Blue. That's the new movie about Neil Diamond. There's a Cybertruck. There's UPS here, but hey, look at these palm trees. Yeah, I want to see that new movie about Neil Diamond there. That looks pretty good. I remember my grandmother Clara. She loved Neil Diamond, and so did my mom. So here's yeah, River Oaks. So hey, this nice shopping district there. Man, how you doing there, beach please? Yeah, we'll get to the beach later today. We're just checking out the River Oaks area. I just like this because they got some palm trees here, so for a brief second you can fake out your mind like we're in Los Angeles or something. But this is Houston. This is River Oaks, the shopping district here. There's the Barnes & Noble. See, they built this new housing. There's the River Oaks movie theater. And I'll show you some of the housing here. Yeah, this is the old money. So if this was Chicago, this would be the Lincoln Park of Chicago. It's actually probably more wealth is in River Oaks than in Lincoln Park. Can you believe that? There's a lot of old oil money here, the Dallas oil money, like from the JR. Of course, that was Dallas Fort Worth, but you get the gist of what I'm talking about here. Yeah, good afternoon. One golden Nubian there, Grandma's Corner there, Scott. What's my plan? I just said it there. So we're gonna, I know you just tuned in there, so we're gonna walk around River Oaks. I'm gonna try to get to Buffalo Bayou briefly, and then we'll circle around. We got the light here, so if you go that way, you can get down to Westheimer. Westheimer is a major road that runs through the whole western side of Houston. We're gonna walk through this residential area. I'm gonna go to Galveston later this afternoon, so I got a hotel. I'm gonna spend the night, and at least there's sidewalks here. I know some of the suburban areas of Houston don't even have sidewalks, but River Oaks within the city of Houston has sidewalks, and it's great for my skin. We have 77 degrees. We have about 11:59, so this is normally the time I stream when I'm in Chicago, when I'm on my lunch break, but we're on vacation here, and we'll walk around the residential streets. Look at the green trees. Yeah, we drove out of the winter. Amarillo and the airport in Houston. Yeah, so yeah, they got Bush Airport and they got Hobby Airport. Hobby's mainly a hub for Southwest, but if you go to Bush, it's an international huge airport, just like O'Hare. All the major airlines flow through there. But yeah, we'll walk a few blocks in this residential area. Eventually we'll circle back to the Allen Parkway, and we'll try to get to the Buffalo Bayou. There's some nice pedestrian bridges that go across the Buffalo Bayou, which is a creek that runs through downtown Houston. And if you just joined, we're in the River Oaks area here. We're heading around, checking out the beautiful house. How you doing? Beautiful. Yeah, there's not how you doing? There's not many fentanyl zombies in River Oaks. I don't know what you're thinking about. This is a very wealthy area of Houston, Texas. I know you want to stereotype all American cities as hellholes. This is Houston, Texas. This is not Chicago. So I'm very used to people bashing Chicago. I want to see if people bash Houston as much as they bash Chicago. Because if there's somebody bashing an American city, it's another American. And I get that, because the president does it as well. And I'm not getting political. I'm just stating facts. And so that's fine. Yeah, we'll send a nice Christmas message. We'll try to stay positive. I'll try not to get off message here. We're going to get people in the comments that are going to try to hide. Some people have an agenda. Some people, they want to use whatever I'm streaming to somehow, I mean, you know, this is very expensive housing. You know, this is Houston, Texas. This is not Chicago. So there's very wealthy areas of Houston. There's very poor areas of Houston. And you can fault me for, you know, I go to LA, I'm going to film Beverly Hills. You know, that's what people are interested in. So we went to River Oaks here. We're going to go to Galveston. We're going to see some nice historic housing in Galveston. And we're going to check out the housing here in River Oaks here. Oh, they're huge. Yeah, they're huge. Look at these. Wes is tuning in. Dolores, yeah, very clean. Thanks for tuning in there. Hey, we got people tuning in from Houston. That's nice. How's everybody doing? It's raining in California. Yeah, the forecast, it was supposed to be sunny today. I bet they have nice Christmas decorations. Yeah, we almost came to this area to look for Christmas decorations, but we went to that suburban area, the Preston Woods Forest area. River Oaks area usually has nice Christmas decorations. You can see people. I'm sure they have this turned on at night. It looks pretty nice. See, they got some dinosaur inflatables. Hey, thanks for tuning in there. How's everybody doing? Yeah, so people are confusing Houston for New York. People usually confuse Chicago for New York. I'm not used to people confusing Houston, Texas for New York, especially when it's green. They're supposed to get a bunch of snow in New York City. You see, they might get 7 inches of snow. You can watch Christopher Dotson or Marty Mayora there. They'll give you a full report of what's happening in New York City there. Live streamers from New York City, both on YouTube and TikTok. You can watch Mikey. You can watch, I think Dan still streams on Twitch all day New York City. So many TikTok creators are leaving TikTok, and TikTok doesn't care. Isn't that amazing? So TikTok's just going to become advertising for TikTok Shop, which we've known that. That's fine. I still use TikTok. We used it yesterday for the Christmas decorations, the sub-only chat. It worked okay. But hey, River Oaks area here. Yeah, look at these columns. Look at these boards. We're at Chilton. We're Chilton and Gray Street. I think that's where we're at here. Let's see which way this car is going to go. No, it's called Inwood. They changed the name of the street. This street's called Inwood and Chilton. We're in the River Oaks area. See, they got the live oak trees, these waxy, evergreen live oak trees, which is why I don't mind coming down to the Houston area in wintertime, because for a brief moment, as snowbirds from Chicago, we get out of the cold. And it's good for our skin, because I'm not used to sweating there. I had to turn the AC on in December. Look at these porches. Wow, look at this beautiful housing. River Oaks area, Houston, Texas. Phil's tuning in there. Yeah, Grandma's Corner. Naya Papaya there, tea lime tea time. Yeah, everybody's doing well. We got the band back here. Thanks for, hope everybody had a good Christmas. We got December the 26th. Hey, the sun's out. So there's a major road up here. We'll make a right and then we'll head right back to the Buffalo Bayou. We got 1204. And I would have started, I was ready to start there. I forgot I turned it on to private when we filmed the Christmas decorations for my sister's family there. But that was yesterday morning. But we're going to go to Galveston. And here's a fixture-upper here. Classic housing here, River Oaks area. And again, this area developed really rapidly around the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s because of the oil money. A lot of Texas oil money concentrated in this area. Houston, Texas, the oil industry, people associate it with Standard Oil and Exxon, Mobile, all these Gulf Oil, Shell. Yeah, Christy. I hope you have a good Merry Christmas there. Now there's nothing to look forward to. We got Ernesto and I saw Alexander, Chicago. They're already starting the countdown for the big New Year's Eve celebration there along the Chicago River. Of course, they got the big countdown. I think my Aunt Della went to it one year, where you go to New York City and see the ball drop. You can go to Chicago. It's colder, but it might be less crowded. It's really hard, Times Square, to get a spot to see the ball drop. Hey, look at there's Rudolph, and look at the horses over here. Let's check out these horses. So here, we'll cross the street here. Here's River Oaks area of Houston, Texas. Hey, the dog saw me. Hey, they got the horses. They got the 2 horses there with the wreaths on. We saw some real live horses in Fort Worth, so you can check out that rerun. But look at the size of the housing here. River Oaks area of Houston, Texas. Yeah, nice homes. Wild Thunder, how you doing there? Yeah. NIH. No, how to not NIHATALTT. Thanks for tuning in there. Appreciate it. Here, so Kirby Drive. Kirby Drive is a major thoroughfare here on the west side of Houston. It goes down towards Westheimer, and you can take Westheimer over to the Galleria area. And if you go this way, it connects back to the Allen Parkway and the Buffalo Bayou. So that's what we're going to do. Look, they got a nice fountain here right on the corner. Kirby and Inwood, River Oaks area, Houston, Texas. Look at that. So I don't know how Christmas was in Chicago. I was in Houston. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I took this trip to Houston. Usually in Christmas time we go take a Texas trip to visit family. It's good. But yeah, how was Christmas in Chicago for everybody that... I think it warmed up and rained, right? It was almost, the snow's melted. I heard New York City's supposed to get 7 inches this weekend. We'll see how that goes. That might impact people trying to fly back to New York City from the Christmas trip there. Yeah, thanks, Grandma's Corner there. Oh, I bet that, yeah, we'll see some nice Christmas decorations tonight in Galveston. We'll probably go to the Strand there, the Stroll, whatever they call the main commercial thoroughfare there in Galveston. Tomorrow night, I wanted to do it tonight, but we're going to do it tomorrow night. We're going to do Moody Gardens in Galveston. They have 3 pyramids, and we'll try to get inside the rainforest in the aquarium there. They got ice skating, and they have a whole holiday light show there by the Moody Gardens. We'll check it out. So that's tomorrow night, Saturday night. Tonight, to this afternoon, when I get to Galveston and check in the hotel, we'll just walk along the beach. We'll check out some of the nice housing, historic housing in Galveston, Texas, by the Gulf Coast there. Here's Brentwood and Kirby. See, we're 1561 Kirby Drive. So if you're looking on the Google map, you can type in 1561 Kirby Drive, Houston, Texas, and it should show you we're on Kirby Parkway. Here's some of the beautiful housing, very large housing, River Oaks area there. Yeah, we got 77 degrees in Houston. Not bad at all. It's supposed to get to about 80 degrees. Now, Galveston, they said Galveston might only be 70 degrees. And yeah, it's warm. It is warm here. It was 80 degrees earlier this week. It might get to 83 on Sunday. Today's Friday, right? And but Monday it's supposed to crash down to 50, a high of 50 degrees. So that's why we're going to the beach this weekend. Take advantage of this warm summer-like weather in December in Texas, which is, Texas weather in the winter is all over. Sometimes you can get up to 80, sometimes it'll be 30 degrees. One time we came down here, it got to 18 degrees at night in Houston. That was very cold for Christmas, but that shows you the range. It could be all over the map this time of the year. But they usually don't get much snow in Houston, if at all. It's very rare to get, but it is possible even as far south as Corpus Christi to sometimes get snow just briefly in wintertime. Yeah, there's skyscrapers. Houston has a pretty muscular downtown. I've streamed in downtown Houston before. Probably the reason we're only 3 miles away from downtown Houston right here. We're kind of west. I want to show this palm trees, and we might get down to downtown Houston next week. I might take another trip down before. So this we're just exploring different areas of Houston that I didn't get to the other times we came down here. We usually come down here in the summertime. We usually come down here in the winter. This is just a pit stop along our way to Galveston. I can't check into the hotel until 3 o'clock anyway, so I could have, if I got up earlier, I could have drove all the way to Galveston and been streaming from Galveston right now, but we'll be streaming from Galveston today and tomorrow. Here, look at this housing. River Oaks area, Houston, Texas. We're on Kirby, which turns into the Allen Parkway, Buffalo Bayou area of River Oaks here, Houston, Texas. Oh, 50 Cent and Drake have homes in River Oaks. That shows you how valuable the housing is. Yeah, I know that. It's just like, it's probably like the North Shore of Chicago, the northern suburbs along the lake there. See Pine Valley and Kirby. So on a typical day, I get that question a lot. On a typical day, and usually I stream from Chicago. On a typical weekday where I stream in the morning and stream in the evening at lunchtime lunchtime at work, I do 10 miles a day, which is about 15 kilometers. Ends up being about 20,000 steps a day. I've been slacking because we didn't live stream much this week. I did live stream on Monday morning from Dallas. We went to Dealey Plaza, that reruns on YouTube, where the JFK was assassinated, all the memorials there. And then we rode the DART, which is the transit. And then on Monday at lunchtime, we were at the Fort Worth Stockyards and we saw the cattle drive. We got reruns both on YouTube and TikTok of that. Thanks for checking them out. But now we're in Houston, Texas, the River Oaks area of Houston, Texas. I'll show you the Buffalo Bayou Park. We might be able to see the skyline of Houston when we cross. There's some pedestrian bridges that cross the Buffalo Bayou off in the distance. But here, Kirby Drive. Yeah, there's the my brother-in-law told me about that. There's the underground pedway. There's a, Chicago has a pedway. Houston actually has a more extensive, a longer by distance underground pedway. And I think theirs is really like underground tunnels that go under the streets and connect the buildings. And Houston's is different. So Chicago has a pedway system because of the cold, harsh winters. Houston has a pedway system because it gets so hot and humid in the summertime that people don't want to go outside. So it's a way to go between the downtown buildings in Houston without going outside in the summertime. And they can have it air conditioned. And yeah, there's an underground pedway system. So we'll get to it eventually. I can't be everything everywhere at once. No matter where I go, people ask me to go somewhere else. And we're just checking out the... I mainly want to film those palm trees. We'll get back to the palm trees along Gray Street. There's also Dallas Street. there's Dallas Street in Houston, Texas. I met a guy from Austin, Dallas. Yeah, there's some Christmas decorations. Does that make you sad? You don't like these Christmas decorations? Okay. See, they got some stars there. They got stuff. We saw some Christmas decorations last night, so check out my reruns. They'll cheer you up. It's inflation. Yeah, Houston Street, downtown Dallas. All my exes lived in Texas. That's right. One Gold Nubian. All my exes live in Texas. And the song says that's why I reside in Tennessee, but maybe that's why I reside in Illinois. Here's so trust me, we're heading back towards the Buffalo Bayou. I know it takes me a long time to get anywhere, but that's what happens when you walk. But see, if you go down any one of these streets, there's these giant houses for River Oaks here, a very upscale area of Houston. I'm not promoting the upscale over the more working class areas of Houston. It's just, it's beautiful. I love these live oak trees. I love the Art Deco styling of the commercial strip there where we started the movie houses along Gray Street, River Oaks shopping area there. It's a commercial shopping district. Look at this modern. Look how modern that house is. That's a very modern. They get the security, but see, they got. I'm sure this lights up at night. They got a deer. That's a single family residential house here in River Oaks. Look at that. Yeah, a lot of money in this area. The old oil money. But look at the live oak trees. Look how beautiful the live oak trees. We're on Kirby Street, turns into Allen Parkway. We're almost back there. We're curving around to it. It's hot in Barbados. Hey, thanks for tuning in from Barbados. Like the flag here. Yeah, we're in Houston. For me, it's hot. It's 77, almost 80 degrees here Fahrenheit. which is hot enough for me. What is that, 25 Celsius? Yeah, the live oaks. Gorgeous in Barbados. Yeah, thanks for tuning in from Barbados. Hope you're having a good time there. India, how you doing there? Deep Palace Sharma, how you doing there? Yeah, pump it up, Houston. So, if you just joined, we're on the Kirby, 1004 Kirby. Okay, let me see if I can get you a better address here. So here, we're at D-E-N-M-A-N, Denman and Kirby. Denman and Kirby, we're almost to the Allen Parkway. This is the River Oaks area of Houston, Texas. You can find me on a map. I'll give you an address once we get to the next street. There are people walking the dogs here. See, Kirby Drive and Denman Road here, Houston, Texas, the River Oaks area. We're about 3 miles west of downtown Houston. The neighborhood's called River Oaks. And there's some high rises. That's not downtown. That's some offices and I think that's housing. There's some condo buildings along the Buffalo Bayou. It's a really nice, like Lincoln Park in Chicago. It's a really nice, they have bike paths and a bunch of amenities for the people. Here, 999 Kirby, 981 Kirby. That's where we're at here. But see, look at the palm trees. We got 12:18 in the PM here. You had an interview here? Yeah, that's good. So, do you like Dallas? I streamed in Dallas on Monday. We walked through the uptown area of Dallas and ended up downtown. Went by the AT&T Plaza. Ended up in Dealey Plaza. C971 Kirby Drive. We'll get away from this highway. I want to get down in the Buffalo Bayou, show you this beautiful park. We just want to show some of the housing here. Yeah, we got palm trees. And for me, somebody that lives in Chicago, it's nice to get down to Texas, these Texas cities. And yeah. So you see, the palm trees are not everywhere. There's a lot more palm trees in Galveston and Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi had a lot of palm trees. We were down there last year. There's more live oak trees. There's more pine trees, piney woods, waxy live oak trees in Houston. If you get to Austin and San Antonio, we went to the Riverwalk 2 years ago. They got palm trees along the Riverwalk, decorated for Christmas. It's nice. There's some Christmas decorations here. There, I see that gate. Once we get to that gate, that's where Buffalo Bayou Park begins. There's another large forest preserve park that way. No, this is not AI. Yeah, I'm computer generated. Don't believe I'm not a real person. This is not real sweat, or I got like sweat dripping down my mustache. See, no one's going to believe anything. The stock market's selling artificial intelligence, ramming it down our throats, literally, whether we like it or not. There's going to be positives to AI. There's going to be negatives. One of the negatives is you can't believe anything anymore. No news, no plane dropping out of the sky. There'll be so many conspiracy theories because AI is so realistic now. You can't believe what you're seeing, and people don't think. When I stream in Chicago, people don't think it's real. So it doesn't matter where you think it's real. There's no way. There's no objective reality anymore. So thanks AI. We're going to have a whole generation raised by AI. And we thought the internet was bad. AI is going to be worse. Here's some of the housing, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Maybe it'll lead to a brave new world where everybody's going to be rich. Everybody will have a mansion, and you'll have a robot servants and drive your cars, and we'll live in paradise. Which sounds like socialism to me, right? Socialize the profits? No, they would never do that. They could concentrate the profits into one person. That's what AI is going to do. And then they're going to use it to control our politics. It's already happening. Hey, look at this truck turning around. Hey, welcome to Houston, Texas here. Checking out the beautiful housing here. And I might try to get across the street here. Yeah, we're going to run across the street here. We're going to get on the other side here. There we go. Look how they got the lights hang right down. I bet at night they light this up. All the lights hang down. We saw this last night. They decorate their front yard with these lights that hang down. We were over in Preston Woods Forest there. All the holiday decorations. Well, there's gunshots in Houston. Why? You don't think there's people don't get shot in Houston? People get shot in Chicago. People get shot in Texas. People get shot where you're at. What's your point? You know, it's just, here I am in Houston. People are still bashing Chicago even though I'm in Houston. Isn't that amazing? I'll go to Galveston. People will still, you got Chicago on your brain. What does it matter? You know, the president of the United States not doing anything to stop it. He doesn't care. I think he likes when people get shot in Chicago because he can use Chicago as a punching bag. I know no one likes our mayor. I understand that. I don't expect you to like. Why do you think I like the mayor? You know, people make all kinds of assumptions, which shows you how social media dumbs everything down. It makes you and I stupider by just engaging in this conversation. So I'm going to skip it. Here, look at this housing. Look at River Oaks area. What do you think about Houston? Do you like Houston? The person that was bashing Chicago, I want to see what your opinion is about Houston. Here's, I could care less about what you think about Chicago. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think about Chicago either. I'm not an influencer. I'm a content creator. I love how you have to hit these buttons here. Wait. You must wait. Here, see the Buffalo Bayou here. I think yeah, we're waiting for the left turn. So we're at Shepherd Drive. Allen Parkway's to the right, Kirby Drive's to the left. So Kirby Drive goes past the River Oaks area of Houston. See, there's an underpass. Oh, there's an underpass. Oh, good. So I don't even have to. Let's see if we get the light here. We might get the light, and then I don't have to. There, we got the walk. So here we'll head across. This is where. Yeah, here's this nice bridge here. We can walk underneath the highway here. So Chili Willy, I got 300 videos from the south and west side. You lie. I went to Parkway Gardens. I went to Inglewood. I went to the west side, Garfield Park. We went to the Garfield Park Conservatory. And if you don't think that's a bad area of Chicago, go there yourself and walk around Madison Street and give me a report there. It shows you don't care, you just want to have an argument. So we'll let you have an argument, and I'm going to ignore this comment here. Hey, Deep Dish, how you doing there? Brighton Beach? Yeah, oh yeah, that's New York. That's New York City. Brighton Beach is New York City. So hey, we're underneath. See, there's a highway above us. This is the Buffalo Bayou, and we might get some. Well, we got to go to that other walkway. We got to go one more over. So we'll walk along the Buffalo Bayou here, and we'll see if we can get you a view of downtown Houston. So this is Texas. Welcome to Texas. Houston's in the state of Texas. We're in the United States of America. I know that's going to be people's next question. Like, what country is Texas in? People actually ask that. I understand people tune in from all over the world. Well, we're in the River Oaks area here. We're at Buffalo Bayou. I'm going to try to get down to these paths here. We got 1225. Look at these beautiful dogs. How you doing? Look at these labs. How you doing? Elgin. Larkin High School. Yeah, there's always issues. There's issues in every school. My sister teaches in Texas. She teaches for a public school in a wealthy suburban area of Houston, and they got issues in the suburban areas of Houston. They have to lock down the school. There's people always doing bomb threats to the school. This is in Texas. This is in the suburbs of Texas. My sister, they're going to train her how to be like a police law enforcement. They want to have the teachers carry weapons to school. In America, under the Trump administration, it's getting worse, not better. And I don't care what you're saying. This is my sister, and my sister is a conservative, you know, and so she wants things to get better. Things are not getting better. That's what I'm saying. I see it in the comments. Everybody's very apprehensive. Everybody's very anxious. No matter where I go, like I could be filming a squirrel or a flower, people bring up gun issues. I'm like, what are you, obsessed? You know, this is all you think about all the time? I want to film the parks and the beautiful housing, and every day we have to discuss the same thing over and over again, because I think it's AI bots, or people are influenced by AI bots that keep bringing it up. I'm tired of talking about it, so we're going to talk about something else. I can't change it either. Watch Bowling for Columbine. Here's, hey, thanks for tuning in here. You can ask my sister that, I'm not for sure. I feel like you're a North Korean bot trying to find out information so you can hack into our system here. I don't trust, the more I'm on the internet, the least I trust the internet. There's a lot, you can get your identity stolen by live streaming. But here, if you just joined, we're in the Buffalo Bayou here. And we're gonna head, hey, we're on this bike path here. See people using a nice bike path here, Buffalo Bayou, Houston, Texas. So thanks for checking out this beautiful park. You see some of the, there's Core Bridge. I think that's offices. I think that one with the blue is housing. The Buffalo Bayou. This all flooded when they had Harvey, Hurricane Harvey. This all flooded. Buffalo Bayou Walk here. That's where we're at here. Shepherd Drive, the River Oaks area of Houston, Texas. How's everybody doing? Yeah, you can homeschool. A lot of people homeschool. There you go. That might be the best option. There you go. Even in the country or the city, doesn't matter where you're at. We don't need no education. Listen to the Pink Floyd song. Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's a lot of people from Texas. Willie Nelson is from Texas. Yeah, people ask me if I saw George Strait. We went to Fort Worth. People asked me if I saw George Strait, the country western music singer there. Hambone. South Korea. Thanks for tuning in from South Korea. Switzerland. How you doing there? Greetings from Mexico. Mexico. Hola. How you doing here? Welcome to Tejas, Houston, Texas. I'm sweating. It's almost 80 degrees on December the 26th, 2025. Let me make sure I got the key here. Yeah, good. You lived all over Texas? Good. Yeah, Texas has a lot of famous people. It's a huge state. I can't even list them all. Who else? Okay, so let's do a contest. Who is the most famous person from Texas internationally? You know, is it Willie Nelson? Like, I'm talking about internationally. Like, if it was Tennessee, Dolly Parton would be in the running for the most famous person from Tennessee internationally, because she's known, you know, even outside the United States. Like Chicago, it would be Michael Jordan, or it would be Barack Obama, or somebody like that. But even though Barack Obama is not from Chicago, and Michael Jordan's not from Chicago either. Al Capone maybe, but Al Capone's not from Chicago either. He came from New York. Texas. Who's the most famous person internationally from Texas? I'm interested in people's opinions there. Thanks for tuning in here. We're heading on. George Bush. Yeah, the Bush family might be the most famous. George Bush the second there, George W. Bush. There's George Herbert Walker Bush, and there's George W. Bush. The only father and son since John Quincy Adams and John Adams. Father and son were both president. Barbara Bush. Think of Barbara Bush. She was a wife to a president. She was the mother to a president. The only other woman was Abigail Adams. She was the wife of John Adams and the mother of John Quincy Adams. Think of that. And here we'll go look at the palm trees here. So this is a different highway that connects to that park, and you get over to the Galleria area on 610. We're gonna go. I'm getting really hot here. We're gonna head down to Galveston this afternoon. We're gonna make it to the coast there. It's a good sign that the sun's coming out. Yeah, Willie Nelson. Yeah, Willie Nelson's originally from Texas. I know he's more associated with Tennessee, with Nashville, because he did live in Nashville and he wrote songs for Patsy Cline, and then he did his own thing. Then he came back to Texas and became a Texas outlaw with Waylon Jennings. And even though David Allan Coe tries to be like a Texas outlaw, he's not from Texas. He was born in Ohio. But he lived in Texas. He lived in Tennessee too. But hey, we're on the Buffalo Bayou here. I know it's not much to see here. There's a pedestrian cross. It'll get us across here. I hope it's a little higher. Hopefully we'll see some nice skyline views of Houston here. South Korea's tuning in. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Galveston. Houston's in Texas. See, we got a question. What state is Houston is? Franklin Pierce. There you go. She was a relative of Franklin Pierce. Robbie, I didn't know that. Abigail Adams. That's great. Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey may run for political office. Did you see that? He's getting all political. Matthew McConaughey, of course, from Dazed and Confused, and he's in a lot of car commercials. Matthew McConaughey might be the most famous Texan, yeah. All right. I'll channel my inner Matthew McConaughey. Hello from Denmark. Yeah, George Bush, I think, yeah. Yeah, Willie Nelson's pretty liberal for a Texan, I agree. Yeah, and that shows you. You know, welcome to Texas. But here, we're by the Buffalo Bayou here. We're heading over the, we'll head across this bridge. I think there's a nice, yeah, over there, there is a community center or something. Let's check it out. And, high school, Dazed and Confused. So Houston is famous for, it's an oil town. It's you ever heard of like Texas oil money, like River Oaks? That's why all those mansions are there. It wasn't just Dallas, like JR, the old Dallas TV show. It was also Houston. There's oil refineries, but Houston also has it has a huge medical center, Houston Medical Center. You know, Diana, our friend Diana that passed away. Oh, sorry. Right, thank you. Sorry. And I think he was heckling me like I was in his way or something. I apologize. I didn't understand somebody come up behind here. So here's Buffalo Bayou. People are generally pretty friendly in Houston. But yeah, there's a huge medical center in Houston. That's why Diana was airlifted when she had her pulmonary embolisms. And that's why I knew it was really bad, because they flew her up from Brownsville. It's for the whole state. Houston has Rice University and University of Houston, and it also has Texas Christian University, I think, TCU. Is that right? Help me out here. Well, here, let's go up. Let's try to, yeah, there'll be nice views to downtown Houston. There we'll get to views to, somebody asked me if Houston skyline. Are you going upstairs? Okay. Thank you, appreciate it. There, we'll go up the stairs here. So, World with Era. Well, this summer, I was in Houston. I filmed Rice University. So I have reruns. If you message me, I can send you reruns of Rice University. It's by Herman Park. It's beautiful. I'm not going to go there now. I'm going to Galveston. So no matter where I go, people give me requests. I understand that. Unfortunately, I don't have time to see universities now. But I got some good reruns of Rice University. Has a beautiful campus near Herman Park, which is a beautiful park south of downtown. There you can connect to by transit. We go there often, but now we're in a different area. We're in the River Oaks area, and we're going to cross this pedestrian bridge here. TCU in Fort Worth. Okay, so there's another Christian university by University of Houston, Rice University, University of Houston. There's another Christian university that's not TCU. That's the Horny Toads. There's a different Christian university in Houston. Can anybody from Houston help me out? I'm from Chicago, so I don't know off the top of my head. Please don't expect me to know. I'm not an encyclopedia. I don't know everything. People ask me questions. I do the best I can to kind of give you the context. But if I misspeak, people right away tell me I'm wrong. So here's the beautiful skyline of Houston, Texas. Houston Baptist, thank you. Houston Baptist, thank you so much. So Scotty knew it. Thank you so much. Houston Baptist College is in Houston. There's the downtown. So hey, welcome to Houston, Texas. Here we got a beautiful 77-degree day here on December the 26th, 2025. We're walking across this pedestrian bridge which crosses the Buffalo Bayou. You see that? That tower is by the Galleria. That's the tallest building outside of a central business district. It's 60 some stories tall. That's over by 610. That's about 3-4 miles south and west of us. We're by River Oaks here. The Allen Parkway's right there. And there's downtown Houston, Texas. There's the skyline of downtown Houston over the Buffalo Bayou here. We'll get it. Thanks for tuning in here. Yeah, look at that. Texas Southern University. Thank you. Texas. I was trying to think TSU instead of TCU. I got one letter wrong. TSU, Texas Southern University is in Houston. Texas Christian University is not. And so that's the Horny Toads. That's a different. We're in Houston, Texas. Thanks for the good context. Thanks everybody for helping me out. I appreciate it. Say we get it right eventually there. So thanks for helping out with the comments and correcting me. We'll get it right eventually. Toronto's having the snow. Toronto's getting the snow right now. So hey, friends from Canada, how you doing there? Yeah, University of Houston there, yeah. Horned toads, thank you. Horned toads. Sue me! Sue me! Sue me for saying the wrong thing there, yeah. Horned toads. There. What else do I get wrong? I get everything wrong. I'm not from, it shows you I'm not from Texas, and I'm not from Texas, so I don't know. Thanks for helping me out, I appreciate it. So here, hey, Buffalo Bio Trail Network is growing. So here, this will show you where we're at here. So here's downtown. Oh, they're going to the east side, the industrial area. See, we're way over here. We're way over here, Buffalo Bayou. Yeah, I want to check out. There's a beautiful. There's some community center over here. Buffalo Bayou Park here. Hey, I'm gonna see if this water fountain's working here. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Houston, Texas. Here, 77 degrees. We got. Hey, it's working. We got 2:39. We got 2:39 in the PM here. Oh, the back county. Yeah, there's a back. I think we walked across that. That's that first pedestrian. There's a back county. Yeah, and also Austin, Texas has bats under the bridges there. What is that? The Colorado River that goes through Austin. We're the Buffalo Bayou. Yeah, there's back counties that live under these bridges, and especially the vehicular bridges. Texas Southern University. You went there in 1982. Hey, Joyce. Thanks for helping out there. I appreciate it. Thanks for helping me get it the correct university there. Yeah, I said the wrong one. But hey, we got it right here. So here we'll head down towards this community center. How you doing? Beautiful. Hey, nice doggies. How you doing there, doggies? So hey, there's a little community center here. And there's a little pool. Isn't it nice seeing tropical plants? December the 26th. So hey, Buffalo Bayou, looks like they got a restaurant up there. This is called the Lost Lake. So Buffalo Bayou Park, Houston, Texas. This is called the Lost Lake. Looks like they got some fine dining. This reminds me of in Lincoln Park in Chicago, they got the North Pond Cafe. This is actually nicer. They got chandeliers. They got a really nice, called Flora restaurant here in Buffalo Bayou. And we'll head up around here. They got some nice overlooks. There's housing here, some offices, and we got the nice view to downtown Houston when we walked across that bridge there. Oh, you heard Chicago's dangerous. Well, you heard right. Wow. And we're in Houston, and you're talking about Chicago. Why are you talking about Chicago? I guess because I usually stream from Chicago. That's good. What do you hear about Houston? Did you hear Houston's dangerous, or you hear Houston's safe? Much safer than Chicago, right? Is that what you heard about Houston? Here's look at yeah, look at we'll catch. There's some nice waterfalls here. We'll check it out. So we got 12:41. I'll probably walk until about 1 o'clock, my normal time. Then we'll get on the road. We'll try to get down to Galveston and get to the beach. So this afternoon, I'll hope to check in the hotel about 3:30, and then probably about 4 o'clock. We won't go on early. I'll charge up my phones while we're driving down there, and we'll do a nice long evening afternoon live stream from about 4 to 7 o'clock. Here's some turtles. Are those real turtles? I think there's some real turtles here. I'll lower my voice. See right there, there's some turtles. So here, let's check out these turtles. Buffalo Bayou turtles here. We're seeing some fauna here, or some flora and fauna. These are real live turtles here, Buffalo Bayou, Houston, Texas. Look at that. How you doing there, turtles? They're getting some sun there. Look at these turtles. Buffalo Bayou. Look at this beautiful view. You get to that Flora restaurant. And here we got some waterfalls. Look at these waterfalls. Yeah, Houston, Texas. Very nice. I like it. So how do we get out of here? I guess I got to walk all the way back around, and maybe we can go up this way. Sun rays. Yeah, the sun's coming out. Yeah, we can head up. There's some paths here, I think. This is a nice building here. Look how it reflects in the water. Yeah, we'll walk up this path here. Sun rays. You never seen the snow? 16 years, that's good. See, 16 years, no snow. So this is not Chicago, this is Houston, Texas. So thanks for tuning in. I know it's confusing because my name's Brian, really Chicago, but we took a trip at Christmas time. I have family that lives in Texas, the Houston area, so we saw some stuff on the way here. We're gonna go to Galveston, Texas, so I'm on vacation here, I'm on holiday, and we're checking out Houston, Texas. Thanks for tuning in. And Greg Abbott. I remember that. Yeah, my brother and sister-in-law lived through that, where the electricity, they had problems in the wintertime. There was a cold snap in Texas. Yeah, that's what I think you're referring to. And a lot of people in Texas don't have heating for that cold weather, and it overloaded the electricity, and there were blackouts in wintertime, which we always thought the peak loads would happen in summertime when all the AC, but the peak loads actually happened in wintertime. And so Texas has its own electrical grid that's separate from the rest of the country, and we showed the limits of it, and that's what you're referring to. It happened in 2021. Yeah, my sister and brother-in-law were affected by that. And here, look at this nice little water feature. Buffalo Bayou here. Yeah, they got the water trickling around here. Let's check this out. Ted Cruz crappy. That's right, Ted Cruz. He when that happened, he took a trip to Cancun. I forgot about that. Yeah. So when in 2021, Ted Cruz, who was a senator from Texas, famously, him and his family took a trip to Cancun to get out of the cold snap, and he had to fly back to Texas and explain why he wasn't covering the disaster as the representative for the great state of Texas. Here's yeah, we'll cross the street here. We're still in the River Oaks area. We'll take you back to the palm trees. We'll end it at the palm trees on Gray Street, and then we'll get. This is called the Lost Lake. So that lake we were just filming there by the Flora restaurant here, Houston, Texas, off of Allen Parkway. It's Buffalo Bayou Park, Lost Lake Visitor Center. You can park here. We're going to cross the street here and head back towards Gray and show you the palm trees, the River Oaks shopping district. There's a beautiful shopping district, and we'll end the live there. And then I can go back to the Kroger's and use the restroom. There's a public restroom there, which is nice. Yeah, Ted Cruz. Hey Wes, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, I would love to come to Mexico, but I don't know how Mexico if Mexico wants Americans down there, how we're treating the Mexican migrants. I don't want to be a ugly American gringo there. I'll see America first. But I like Mexico. I've gone to Guadalajara. I've gone to Zacatecas, which is a beautiful Spanish colonial mining town. And here, we'll cross the parkway here. So looks like there's new development. We'll probably come back here. This is Cortland and Liverose. Dunlavy and Allen, there's a cemetery there. They're probably going to build some new housing here along the park. Oh, Mexico City has some amazing museums. Mexico City is the largest city in the Western Hemisphere and larger than New York City by population. And yeah, beautiful history, museums in Mexico City. I saw some of the museums in Guadalajara. Thankfully, the guy was with his godfather lived in Guadalajara. We rode the subway in Guadalajara. We went to the Centro. We saw the cathedral. And we went to some of the museums, the historic museums in Guadalajara. And even Zacatecas has nice museums too, which is a Spanish colonial town, silver mining town historically. They got nice churches and goes back to the 1500s from the Spanish colonial period. But they got a disco in the silver mine. You go down there and dance in the disco. But here we're in Houston, Texas. We'll head back to Gray Street. We'll show you the commercial strip there. We got 12:48. I'll stream till like 1 o'clock, and then we'll head to Galveston. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Friday here, the day after Christmas 2025. Yeah, thanks Lisa. How you doing there? Grandma's Corner. Yeah, thanks for pinning that there. Yeah, First Amendment auditor. I don't necessarily try to be a First Amendment, but I do, you know, I'm exercising my First Amendment right here, just filming in the public street. Yeah, I've ran into people that they call me a First Amendment auditor. You know, I like finding the line between corporate space, where corporate security will tell you to get off of corporate property, but things we consider public, like a mall, is not really public. I've been kicked out of malls. I've been kicked out of Ralph Lauren. I've been kicked out of a lot of places, but other places are totally fine with it because they realize I'm just promoting their business, you know. And I got to be careful. If people ask me not to be filmed, I'll film something else. I don't want to shove the camera in people's face that don't want it, you know. Here, let's get the here. They put it way over here. You have to hit it way over here to cross there. I really don't like when you got to hit the buttons there. I really never liked the buttons. I don't understand the buttons. Here's $2.99. That's not the right place. $2.79. Now, you go out to the suburbs, it was $2.19, $2.25. Now we're in Houston. There's more taxes in the city of Houston, so it's $2.79. If you drive just out to Harris County, you can get $2.19 gas. Here, how you doing, Red? How you doing? Appreciate it. He thinks I'm talking to him. I'm talking too loud here. So here we'll show the gas prices here at the Exxon. We're on. We'll head down to Gray Street. We'll show the nice palm trees. How you doing, sir? I'm just filming the nice palm trees. I'm from Chicago, filming the Buffalo Bayou and everything. So here, there's the gas prices there, $2.79. Exxon here, Houston, Texas. Yeah, I think the cheapest gas we saw was $2.15 in Arkansas. They had diesel for $2.99 in Arkansas, and then it got a little bit more expensive in Texas. We're near the oil refineries here. I'm surprised to see it $2.79 when you could drive to the suburbs of Houston. It's 50 cents cheaper per gallon. This is at the Exxon here. We're in the city of Houston. Yeah, it's still better than New York City. I agree with that. Yeah, the footpath. It's nice to have sidewalks here. Yeah, that's what I do. Usually I stream in Chicago. I'm taking a trip here to Texas, so we're going to go to the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to go to Galveston, and there'll be palm trees. I'll check into the hotel. I'll stay one night there. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, we hope to go to the Moody Gardens. There's a greenhouse pyramids there in Galveston, Texas. I have never gone to that. We've been to Galveston many times. I've never gone inside. I got a ticket for tomorrow, so we'll check it out. I'm getting really hot. I want to get back into the air conditioning. Can you believe it's almost 80 degrees here in Houston, Texas. I'm wearing shorts. How you doing there? How's everybody doing? I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Clay Street and Dunlavy, Clay Street, River Oaks area. Downtown Houston's that way. We're almost to Gray Street. We'll show you the nice palm trees here. We'll end it at the palm trees. The River Oaks Commercial Shopping District, Texas, Houston, Texas. Yeah, I still call it the Gulf of Mexico. I'll tell you what, if Biden would have changed it to the Gulf of America, I would still call it the Gulf of Mexico. If Trump changed it to the Gulf of America, I'll still call it the Gulf of Mexico. I'd rather call it the Gulf of Texas. To me, the Gulf of Texas makes much more sense than the Gulf of America. But you can call it whatever you want. Language is very fluid. It's like the War Department, the Department of Defense, the War Department. You know, you can call it whatever you want. I call it the Sears Tower, you call it the Willis. You know, hey, freedom of speech. I'm allowed to call, you can't tell me how to speak. It's very Orwellian. Do you not know how Orwellian it is for the government to mandate that we call things a certain thing? That's George Orwell, 1984. I don't care if you're a Democratic president or a Republican president. I'm going to resist that no matter what president does it, because I'm an American. I have ancestors that were here before this was America. So, hey, you can kick me out. You can try to kick me out. Go ahead and try. I have ancestors that have been here for thousands of years. Now, I'm a white guy. A bunch of Europeans came over and intermarried with the Native Americans. It happens, you know, we're mestizo. Get used to it. You know, I even have a drop of black blood. Take that. So I'm not a black person. I can't claim to be a black person. I'm a white person. I don't know what it's like to be black. I don't know what it's like to be Native American. I know what it's like to be white. Welcome to America. So here, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Houston, Texas. We'll go down to the Gulf of Mexico. We'll see if that Venezuelan tanker's sitting off the coast there. We stole it fair and square, right? Here's we saw Christmas decorations last night in the suburbs of Houston. There was a Humvee with Santa Claus with a giant long gun outside the Humvee decorated for Christmas, and people stopped to take pictures with their kids of Santa with the gun on top of the Humvee, and it had a big American flag on the side. So Christmas has been co-opted. So hey, here we made it back to Dunlavy. Here's Gray Street, Houston, Texas. Thanks for tuning in here. We'll get you to the palm trees. We'll show you the beautiful Art Moderne, late Art Deco styling of the commercial strip here, River Oaks. They founded in 1937. Not many things were built in 1937. It was the depths of the Great Depression. But Houston was booming still because of the oil. And people did come to Texas to get jobs in the oil industry during the Great Depression. And that's why Houston and Dallas continued to grow. And even East Texas. Hey, Grandma's Corner, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for missing me. Hope you had a good Christmas there. That's why we'll do some live streaming tonight from Galveston. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being on. And one Golden Nubian and everybody else there. So here, look at the nice housing here. And I can't say it. 1916 Gray Street. That's not when the building was built. That's the address. 1916 Gray Street, Houston, Texas, River Oaks area. Thanks for tuning in. We got 12:55. I'll show you these palm trees, and then we'll get back on the road and we'll go to Galveston. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody. How you doing? Yeah, we're on Gray Street there. Thanks everybody for helping out there. Yeah, the Galleria is nice on Westheimer. Westheimer's nice. I'm going to Galveston, so no offense to the Galleria. My time is limited. I'd rather go to the beach, so I'm going to go to Galveston. I'm going to spend the night there. We're going to do some live stream from Galveston. We're going to see the beautiful historic Victorian housing in Galveston. We're going to see the beach, the Pleasure Pier. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the Moody Gardens, check out the Rainforest Garden and the pyramid there, and they got holiday light show at night. And then we'll head back up to the suburbs of Houston. But here we're back to the palm trees. We're back to the Kroger. And they got restrooms here, so I'll be able to make a pit stop before we get back on the highway. And here we're right across the street here. Woodhead and Gray Street. Here's the palm trees. So We're not in Los Angeles. This is Houston, Texas. And this nice Kroger store. Plenty of parking. Yeah, T-Lime Tea Time. Thanks for tuning in there. Kemah. Yeah, Kemah's nice too. Yeah, Kemah's got a nice boardwalk. And they got a little amusement park. Kemah's nice. Yeah, if I got time, we'll check out Kemah. I'm probably just going to hop on I-45 and get to Galveston as fast as I can. Wherever I go, people give good suggestions. I can't be everything everywhere at once. Kemah's really nice. I've gone there before. I'd like to go there again. We'll see if we have time. No promises. That's a good suggestion. Here's the palm trees on Gray Street. I'll get you up. I want to show this theater, and then we'll circle back, and then we'll end this live. You're in Galveston. Hey, thanks for tuning in here. We're in Houston. We're heading your way. It's a little cooler. It's about 80 degrees in Houston. I think it's only going to get up to 70. Be cooler breezes there by the Gulf. Michigan Plaza. Hey, thanks, Christy. Thanks, safe travels there. Yeah. So thankfully my dad is with my sister. My dad's not with me today. He decided to stay because he knows how much I walk around. I didn't want him to like leave him at the hotel while he's much better with my sister, and he can spend time with his nephews, and they can play cards and tootle around the woodlands there. We've been spending too much time in the car anyway, but I'm going to spend a lot of time with them next week. We're going to probably stay down here through New Year's. So here's the palm trees. If you just joined, we're in Houston, Texas. This is the River Oaks area, Gray Street, and here they got this new luxury housing they built here. We started the live here. You might not have saw at the beginning. We started the live here. We walked all the way through the nice housing and circled around. We did a big loop. Checked out the River Oaks area, Buffalo Bayou. That's the good thing about YouTube. You can watch the full rerun. If you missed any of this, go to the live tab on YouTube. You can watch the beginning to the end there if you want. And we're going to head down to Galveston. Hey, River Oaks area, Houston, Texas. Look at that. Yeah. They got this nice restaurants here. We got 1259. Yeah, River Oaks is nice here. Look, established 1937. They got these outdoor eating establishments, this Art Moderne, late Art Deco architecture. It smells great here. You smell these restaurants. They got these nice buildings. They were built in the late 30s, Art Moderne, with the clocks. It was a commercial retail development to get people to move in this area. High-end, upscale shopping district here. Hey, sitting out here. December the 26th, sitting outside. Here, let's head back to the palm trees here. Yeah, you're hungry now. See, you're hungry. I'm getting hungry too. Sunrise, Florida there you go. Yeah, houses are a lot. Houses are very expensive here. That's why, did you see me buy anything? No. But here, I'll show. We'll end it at this theater. I'll cross the street here. We'll check out this theater, and then we'll walk back along the palm trees here. Yeah, 2,500 to 3K. So that's similar as what you would pay, you know, in the West Loop of Chicago. And here we're in Houston, and people were like, "It's so expensive in Chicago." I said, the prices in Austin, Texas, and Houston are just as bad. And here, we'll get through here. Here, let's cross the street here. Let's just check out this movie theater here. So sometimes, yeah, you can see, if you look down that way, that's downtown Houston. So we're looking straight east on Gray Street, River Oaks area of Houston. Gray and McDuffie will cross the street here. Steinway Piano Music Gallery here. There's jewelers. I like the palm trees along this street, but we'll check out the River Oaks marquee for this movie theater. There's a historic movie theater built in the late 30s here. River Oaks of Houston, Texas. 77 degrees, 101 in the PM. Friday, December the 26th, 2025. Hope you're having a good day here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all my mods and everybody else for checking this out. We're going to head down to Galveston. So here's the River Oaks. See, they got some restaurant here. You can sit out on the table. 25 bus route. Thank you. Thanks for the bus route. That helps out. I've ridden the bus in Houston. I've ridden it to the Hobby Airport. I was the only person that got off at the airport. Here's the River Oaks. Dream Big. Marty Supreme now playing. They show regular movies. This is a regular movie theater. It's been here since the late 30s, as far as I understand. And here it is. Sing Big, Song Sung Blue. You can see the Neil Diamond story there. So I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna get on the road. We're gonna head down to Galveston. Look at these doors. Look at that Art Moderne. I like this. Hey, they're playing the Christmas music. Epicure Cafe, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Frying European pastries here. Come to Epicure Cafe here, River Oaks, Houston, Texas. Yeah, there's a movie theater. That's right there. There's a movie theater. Look at this piano. They got a Mickey Mouse piano. Steinway Piano and Gallery here. 2001 Gray Street. Get your Steinway piano. Got plenty of parking. So McDuffie and Gray, River Oaks, Houston, Texas. Go ahead, go ahead. That's what I'm used to, that where the cars are not expecting a pedestrian. And that was a UPS driver, and I was filming, and he wasn't worried about me defaming UPS by trying to run me over. Isn't that amazing? Usually people see a camera and they get nervous. He was like, no, I'm gonna run this guy over even though he's filming me. And I had to walk. You know, but hey, no one walks in Houston. I'm used to this. I'm not complaining. I'm just making observations here. I'm not worked up. This is how I am. I'm kind of a high-strung person. You came to an office trip there? Yeah, how you doing there, Aisha? Oh, Lewis Black, where he talks about Starbucks. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Lewis Black. Yeah, Lewis Black's a great Texan right there. Yeah, he always has the drink there. Yeah, there's a Starbucks in every corner there, River Oaks. So this is not really the true Texas. Even when we filmed the stockyards, it's still like a touristy characterization of what Texas used to be. You know, the Fort Worth stockyards. You know, we do film like Old Town Spring. You get the more kitschy side of Texas. We have gone into the hill country. Once you get into the hill country, even the hill country's been gentrified. You know, there's $1 million mansions in the hill country. A lot of city slickers go out there and retire. You know, from Dallas and Houston and Austin. We know this. San Antonio feels more like the real Texas, especially when you get to those Spanish missions, the historic Spanish missions there. But hey, thanks for checking out the River Oaks area of Houston. This is just one tiny bit of Houston, doesn't represent the whole city, but I want to show the nice palm trees. We're gonna head down to Galveston. I'm gonna get back on the road. Thanks, mod team, everybody else. I'll be back in a few hours. We'll be back live streaming on YouTube. I'm gonna charge up my phones and gimbal, and we're gonna head to Galveston, Texas. This evening we'll stream from Galveston. We'll show you the beautiful housing and Christmas lights in Galveston, Texas. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in a little bit here, okay? So here, we'll head across Gray Street. I'm gonna use this restroom here. Thanks, T-Lime, T-Type, Sabrina, Suburban Garden, near Grandma's Corner, Lisa, Christy, Aisha, One Golden Nubian. I don't know if you're still on there. There you are. See you later there. It's good. Scott, thanks, everybody. And if I miss you, thanks for the gifts, like, and follows. We'll see you soon here. So we'll see you in a few hours. Thanks a lot, everybody. Okay, talk to you later. Yeah. Okay, bye. I can't even hit the off. How do I, here, stop.